Well, good evening, folks. Now, as you all know, it's supposed to be Warhammer Tuesday tonight, but I had a bit of a day, and yeah, it didn't go to the way I planned it, and it didn't help that the access to my attic was denied me for a little while because a friend of mine had my ladders that I used to get up into the attic, where my main cave is. But the bench, I haven't set it up or anything out for the Tuesday night, so it's got all the Lancaster parts all over it still. So what I've done is I sat downstairs, had the Indians, had quite a nice dinner. I have to excuse the light. I'll have to change that soon. But yeah, so I had a big dinner, sat down in my chair, started watching Maul, something Lord from Star Wars for a bit, and then dozed off. And woke up about 10 minutes ago, I think it was. So yeah, needless to say, it's been one of them. So I thought, well, I've got now better to do, so I'll come and do a quick stream. And I knew I had something to do because I've got this new Harry Potter set. What's that? Oh, that can go away. Go away. Hang on. So a little notification come up on me. Yeah. But yeah, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to actually carry on with a new Lego set. Well, Lego set. This one is a retired set from Harry Potter, and it is the Hungarian Horntail. So yeah, it's I might as well carry on and do that because I'm not going to go up the attic now because otherwise I'm just going to be messing about trying to sort it up. Good evening, Mr. Quono, and how are you? Or should I say good morning? So yes, we're going to be starting with the Ridgetail Hornbill, Hungarian Horntail. So we'll be doing that tonight. We have Unseen SF6CD and Tibaldi goes in. Well, good evening to you. Well, good morning to you too. Yeah, that light is going to really, really annoy me while it's there. So what I'm going to do is see that. It's because of the light bulb. But yeah, blinding people with my head. So yeah, so I am going to be basically doing this tonight. Might see if I can just like stream for a couple of hours until I'm completely knackered, and then I'm going to go to bed and go to sleep. And then I might do another stream tomorrow. I don't know, to make up for yesterday. Well, today. So we'll see. So we've got the Harry Potter Hungarian Horn Ridgeback, and this is basically because I did the Harry Potter you got quite saying what was the work you're working on, you horny tail? Yeah, it's this one. It's the Hungarian Ridgeback from Harry Potter film. Can't remember which one it is now. I think it's the 5th one, something like that. And then you got nap log. Yeah, it was. It was a good nap as well. Okay, I'm going to go and turn that light off. It's annoying me. There we go. model making kitty snuck into there here. As you can see, he's just sat there on the bed. Turn around this way. There he is. There we go. Model making kitty decided to come in and make himself at home on a duck down quilt. So yeah, so he's a happy bunny. So we will all out try and make an effort into this, and Mr. Light is working, so that's great. Don't need it on just yet, but I've got the other little LEDs on at the moment. So we're going to switch cameras. There we go. We have Mr. Bench Cam. It seems to have gone a bit wonky. There we go. I must have knocked it earlier. Yeah, very pussy of plastic here. He's quite happily laying on there. It's a very, very comfortable bed because it's got one of those memory foam mattresses on it as well. So yeah, he's quite happy to sit there and clean himself. Now that we had some pieces of pizza as well for dinner. I had a lovely pork chops, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, cauliflower cheese, broccoli, carrots, and gravy. And then it followed up with a Muller chocolate and banana corn thing. Chocolate crisp, chocolate flakes, corn flakes, and banana. Or is it? No, vanilla. So vanilla yogurt. So that was my din. So hence the reason why I went and had a nap. And we look like we've got Mr. James Boy joining us as well, saying hi Ross and chat. So good evening to you. Again, I apologise for not being on earlier. I sort of dozed off on my chair. And when you get into my recliner chair, it is very, very comfortable. And yeah, it forces you to snooze. Now, if anybody would like to come and join me while I'm streaming, you're more than welcome to. The link is in the chat, so you can quite happily come and join him. I have no qualms about that. I generally open up my streams now to all and sundry who want to come in, if they'd like to. But with this set, there's only 4 big bags, and then they normally have a couple of little sort of small bags in it as well. So yeah, this, you never know, we might even complete this tonight. We never know. That's unusual. Put them together. So how's everybody else's evening gone so far? Hope it's all gone well. And no unexpected naps like I had. Also, hopefully in the very near future, we should be receiving the second lot of the John Wick Mustang parts. Once I've received them, I only have one more issue, one more main issue to go before I actually start doing another stream. So I generally wait until I've got quite a few of them, and that way it makes it sort of like a decent size stream. got where are you spooning with Chrono? Marcus will be jealous. Well, no, I was on my recliner chair, quite happily snoring away, I think, because the cat decided it was going to wake me up. So I think I was obviously making way too much noise. So he was not impressed. But hey ho, these things happen. But it just means I get to spend time with you in the evenings like this. Because tomorrow it can be. I probably will end up doing a stream tomorrow, but it's basically because tomorrow I am going to be sat up here studying most of the time. So yeah, it's going to sort of be one of them days tomorrow, I think. There we go. Oh, missed a little golden egg. And there's his head. So I'll put his head on him. And get his hair. And we also have a wand. See if we can get that into his mitt. There we go. We now have one little Harry Potter. So we'll shit him up there for the time being. If he will sit still, that is. There we go. And then we have the John Wood mug. At the moment is serving penance for all the small Lego pieces that are left over. So I'll just basically store them all in there until tomorrow, where I will be receiving I think it's 46 drawer sort of odds and sods drawer thing. I've got that coming tomorrow. So I'm going to probably end up placing it over in that corner over that way on the top of the bench on the shelf. So I'll have all the Lego pieces that are spare stored in there. And I can sort them out into sort of roughly like an order anyway, some sort of order. And you're kind of saying, TBG, Modworks, spoon, I'm more than a forker. Yeah. That's obviously part of his broom. So what I'm doing at the moment is just try and get some sort of semblance of order with these parts, and that way it makes my life a little bit easier when trying to pick them all out. Come here, you. Part of the broom. Chrono's little friend. 2 pairs of handcuffs. And you got James Boy saying hi to Queno, and then TBG is saying pork soda, more like them. No, I don't know. Now, the only thing I will say about me doing the Lego again, especially even though it's like a late night tonight, is that my son will probably end up watching this. So we are going to have to sort of tone it back a little bit, not much, just a little bit. So, well, me in my case, the chat's not so bad because I can turn that off and nobody gets to see that again because it doesn't repeat it then. But for me, yes, I've got to behave myself, as they say. Okie dokie. We are ready to rock and roll. Oh, pardon me. Had a drinking Diet Coke while streaming. So we're making the broom as I thought it would be. Oh, it's my nose. So that goes up there, and then you go on to there by the looks of it. And then we've got the handcuffs that are on there. It's a shame they're not in gold, really, but there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Harry there, and he's going to be, well, he's going to have to be standing up, because otherwise he won't be able to hold it for the time being. So we'll put it over his shoulder, actually. There we go. So he can sit down. So we've got Harry and his broomstick. And his little sword. Well, thing. Oh, we do have a visitor. It's Mr. Quano Man.
Hello.
Hello. And how are we diddling?
Oh, just bed. Alive and stuff. It's always a good thing. I think I'm still alive. Check. So hang on, I can't find a pulse. I might not be.
But yeah, I freaking fell asleep, didn't I? What time is it? Yeah. So things haven't exactly gone to plan today. End up having an anxiety attack on the way to university today, which didn't help either.
Ooh. That's not fun.
No. So end up coming home and I've ended up missing my appointment with a bank, which is slightly annoying. So I've got to rearrange all that again. But hey ho, these things happen.
I've done absolutely no model making for at least 2 weeks.
You're getting withdrawal symptoms, lad.
Yeah, I got the tremor. Look at that. Look at that, man. Trembling. I need plastic and paint.
Well, I'm sure you could find a better use for the tremors when you go to bed tonight. Saves you putting so much effort in.
Me inbuilt vibrate function. I'm better than a phone.
What TBU saying? No awkward questions like, Daddy, what is Dan's pork sword? Oh dear. Yeah. But yeah, it's he watches the Lego ones and he occasionally watches the other ones, but he knows that there will be certain language that appears in the other ones. So yeah, he's aware of it there. But the Lego streams, I generally keep child friendly as much as possible. but when you're dealing with some of the reprobates that come on this channel, it gets a bit awkward, to say the least.
If I try and look innocent and glance around Ray,
Yeah, that ain't going to work. Much as you try, it ain't going to work. Okay.
Well, innocent cat. Honest I is.
Oh, you spine. Let's just drop that on the floor. Good indeed. Where have you gone? Ah, there you are. Drop the grey piece onto a grey carpeted floor. Clever idea. And then we have. Okay, that goes on to. Yeah, I end up having when I did my stream yesterday. I ended up having Mark's model on for a while. Yesterday afternoon stream. So I think I ended up streaming at least 3 hours yesterday. So if peeps are enjoying the streams, please hit the thumbs up, because that does help with the old algorithmics, as I say. Oh, what's that on that one? Like I said, with this set, it's actually a retired one. So it's where you, when you originally bought this set, it was about, I think, about 36 quid, something like that.
And now it's got a wheelchair.
Yeah, it's now worth over 90 quid. And I'm building it. But I don't care, because it's my Lego set, and that's what I want to do.
I got that one. I've got a Harley Davidson Fat Boy in 1/6 scale. That it was some at the time that I got it. It were, one that they'd given up printing.
Yeah, retired.
So it was something like 400 quid for kit on its own, and then another 100, something like 150 that they were charging for delivery from, I don't know, Hong Kong and East Land somewhere. Can't remember which one. And then once it had arrived, I got that, like a while after it had arrived, I got a bill through post for, when it's come through custom and excise, they've checked it and then charged for it. That were another 100 and somewhat. And then a few people that saw pictures, because I got in 1/6 scale, because I've got Uncle Bob from Terminator 2 on his T800 in 1/6 scale. So I wanted to have him sat on the same bike that he had in Terminator 2 movie, holding shotgun, kind of like he did in promotional posters.
Yeah.
So by the time it arrived, it will, I'd spent a penny or two. And there's a few people that saw pictures that were posting at the time. It's like years ago now. that were like, "Oh my God, you're actually going to build that thing?" I wouldn't dare. It is, one that they put on shelf and
Yeah.
not build. And I was like, "What? That's weird. Why would you buy a model kit and not make it?"
Yeah. Well, it's like I've got a B-52 from Tamiya called the Pink Panther. Now I got it for a silly price, basically. I didn't pay a lot for it. But I then found out that kit was worth over £300, even though it was only a Tamiya 1/200 scale, because they stopped making it years and years ago, and it was getting harder and harder to find that one set. But me being me, just thought, hey, sod it. So yeah, I ended up building it and painting it, and I got so much hatred for doing that. It was absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, that Harley Davidson Fat Boy, it's had an accident not long since.
Oh, I think I saw it when I came over to yours, didn't I, that time?
Yeah, it's
Another tall fat boy sat on it.
yeah, but it's kind of a balancing act to get Arnie to sit on it, but then where on the front forks it has actual suspension in there, spring suspension.
Yeah.
So, and where it goes together is you've got the headlight, and then that bit that's just behind headlight, that's the top part of the front forks that holds the suspension in place. That's two halves that glue together, but the chrome, they chromed up on both inside and out. And I thought, can I take the chrome off and use, like Tamiya extra thin? So I scratched a bit off to see what kind of plastic it were, and it's that, when you get like injections and stuff, and that plastic that they use for the
injection molding plastic, yeah.
Not it's not a normal plastic. It's not model plastic. It's plastic like you get in medical stuff.
Yeah.
So Tamiya extra thin ain't gonna do its job, essentially.
Well, I mean,
so
just put it in some usually pipe cleaner. That'll generally strip anything off.
well, I will mostly only reason to strip it off were to see if I could, glue it. Use the Tamiya. But since it were kind of plastic underneath, the plastic underneath weren't the kind that you can use things like Tamiya on. So I just had to use super glue, and it's, it'd be 5 years, possibly 6 years since I made it. So those two front bits that hold the front forks in place, the glue's dried out, and it just, I were in the living room, nobody touched it, and he just suddenly took a belly dive off the shelf.
Oh dear.
I found all bits. There were a chunk of, on impact, there's a chunk of engine that's come loose. Found all bits, but it's, all the pipes that go from things like the brakes and what have you.
Yeah.
They've all come loose, and they're all specific, like specific sizes, specific lengths. So it's like, so it's sitting there with me scowling at it for being suicidal.
Today. Okay.
Let's see if I can find.
There we go. That's you onto there, and then you go up onto that one. Looks it. Show. Right. Put it over there a minute. And you're see what you're saying. So does the chat log. So what are you playing with tonight? Your Enterprise?
Yeah, the refit one.
Yeah.
I can get it into focus. But it's the one that's slightly closer to,
Completion.
It's I bought the kit twice. Once for the version that were in TV show, and then once for the refit version. So this extra bit that it has for the engineering hull, inside there, directly under, you can see the little square is
Yes.
where it's got a secondary bigger warp engine in the, in tech specs.
In its arse end.
Sorry?
In its arse end.
Yeah. So this one's got a top speed of, whereas TV show version were top speed of warp 5, this one's got warp 7. But yeah, I'm being a bit, because it's never been shown close up. I can take creative license with, adding in metallics that may or may not be there, because we never. It's been shown on the refit version. Were shown as a child's toy being played by with a young Picard in season 2 of Star Trek Picard, and it were one of the ships at the museum, but it's sort of out of focus and they don't actually look directly at, it's one of the extra ships that's just in background.
Yeah.
So because it's
basically.
yeah. So so it means I can get away with, taking a bit of creative license on what the ship, what the ship's color scheme is.
Yeah. Just push it down onto there. Something like that. And then this one comes right over the top. And goes up there. Yeah. So we have 5 people watching. Blimey. Must be desperate for something to do. To be watching my little old streams. Okay, so now we want you, then you. Okay. Okay. Now we need you. There. We have you two. One there. It's actually going together really quickly, this is. At the moment, anyway. I don't keep throwing things around. We need you onto there. You there. Next up is you. You got TVG saying Doug Drexler had actually designed the refit NX01 Enterprise for the new cancelled Season 5 of Enterprise. Yeah.
Yeah, because they were going to have opening scene. If they'd gone on to do a season 5, he's in an interview. He'd said that he'd have the opening scene of episode 1 of season 5, where it's the refit version back in space dock, and mirror the opening scene of as Kirk's making his way to Enterprise in motion picture.
Yeah.
It were intended that they'd have the Romulan War that results in the birth of the Federation, because the Federation being created were going to be the grand finale of the show, which they kind of did, but it were more of an extra episode of Next Generation.
Sounds about right.
They did want to have, at one point, they were after getting William Shatner to come back and, have where the NX-01's chef, who got mentioned a lot,
Yeah.
were played by William Shatner as like, kind of like Kirk's granddad.
Mm-hmm.
But that went a bit
Kong.
Yeah. And I think they goofed up a bit because they had one of the episodes that reunited Scott Bakula with, the guy that played Al in Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
And I think they should have had where, Scott Bakula walks into the room, sees the guy that played Al, and gone, oh boy.
Okay, so you to sit down into there. Ah, gotcha. That's it. And put you through halfway. And that's the mechanical bit working. And we have Mr. Jeff Lighting saying, good morning, guys. Good morning, Jeff. Like I said to everybody else, I do apologise for being on late, but I dozed off in the comfy chair. The fun and games of having a good dinner. We've got TVG saying hi to Jeff and the lady Maggie. outside. Who's peddling it? Next, we need you. We also need you to rent, and then we'll put you into there. You want to do there, and then the golden egg. Yahoo. So then we have this going on to there. That way around. So obviously the wings are going to work on this thing by the looks of it. So that goes on to there. And we have two of you. So today. And we have Mr. John Paul in as well, saying, hi all, good evening, John Paul, or morning, I should say. And Jeff saying, great to see Dan as well. And then he goes, hi to John, then TBG saying hi to John Paul, and Jeff Light saying hi to John Paul. And then this goes onto there, like so. And that's bag one already completed. Yeah. Me too. I must admit, it's been a bit of a different thing when you're playing around with proper Lego. Instead of playing with like the second hand, the sort of like faux Lego, as I call it, or Schlego. There's quite a difference between the two, which is not a bad thing. You got TV saying, see, Jeff, like, Dan isn't locked in Marcus's or Scott's basement. No, they didn't want to get Dan overexcited by doing things like that. Locking Dan in basements. He would leave too many wet patches all over the place. When you Dan?
I mean, no.
I think you gave yourself away a bit there before you could sort of like hold back on what you were thinking. You betrayed yourself. So yes, Pete, this probably won't be a longer stream as I normally do. We might get a couple of hours in. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Because I have quite a bit of studying to do that needs to get done. So I wasn't even actually going to pop on tonight, to be honest with you. I was literally just going to come upstairs, go to bed, and I thought, no, it's be rude not to. Especially now that I'm trying to put more effort into putting content out on my channel again now. Oh. And we've got Jeff Wright saying, I've got a Schlegel steam car on the go. Ooh. Well, you can come and join in the stream then if you want, Jeff. If the good lady will allow you. You're more than welcome to. Nice healthy sounding cough you've got there, Mr. Allen.
Yeah. Slowly starting to sound like a dying dog.
What do you mean slowly?
If I'm dying, it's slowly. I'm not in a rush.
Tell your cough that then. As he sits there and sparks up another fag.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell I've got great concern about this.
Oh dear. Not like being consistent, is there?
I just time before I can.
You having problems with your lighter?
Yeah, you're all dying before I can.
I'm sure they're not trying to give you a hint.
I'm too thick for hints.
Old model making Kitty's definitely made himself at home over there. He's quite happily snoozing away. I kicked him off of me because he was actually laid in my lap downstairs. So when I got up, he didn't appreciate it.
So he's followed you up to give you evils.
Yeah.
Why are you wandering off, human?
Yeah, why is my pillow buggering off somewhere? Basically. And you got Jeff saying, Ross, many thanks for the offer, but I haven't set up at the moment. Well, believe it or not, I started off not with all the cameras and everything. I just started off using the tablet. That's how I first started. And then I started using the laptop with 2 cameras connected to it and the microphone, sort of like before I did the main stream. But yeah, I've done many a stream on other people's where I've just used my tablet. So yeah, that's the good thing about streaming. You can use a mobile phone, tablet, laptop, doesn't matter. Down the Fraggle Rock.
Grab the Fraggle by its, yeah.
Yeah. That's what we used to call the Gibraltarians when we lived over there. Fraggles. Me to you. Yeah, so hopefully the Lego shop in Leeds will be reopening before May the 4th. Because there is one set I want to get hold of. And that's the Mandalorian Naboo fighter. Just saying, phone's currently on charge, watching on iPad. Yeah, I mean, I just used basically that thing where I used to go onto different people's streams, and even when I've done like full streams with Colin, I've used that. So as long as you can load up StreamYard, well, use the link to go into StreamYard or restream like I do. That's all you need to do, and you just click onto Enter Studio, and everything's done for you. You don't have to do anything. Give it access to your camera and your mic on it. No big issues, and it all does that way. Simple, as Mr. Meerkat says. Okay. What missing from there? Nah, brown tooth. There we go. One of you in the middle. There we go. One of the smaller ones, big one. That goes into there. Shoot, and then we've got the other smaller one on that side. There we go. That's all working. We've got Paul Lagoon joining us, and I can't sleep. Nice to have company. Hey, you're more than welcome, mate. Nice to see you dropping in. It is much appreciated.
So you're going to do a Bruce Willis hat today. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Nice. You got Jeff saying hi to Paul, and then Paul saying hi to Jeff. So, Paul, what it is normally, I would be doing Warhammer, and I'm generally not on at this time of the morning. But the only reason why I am is because I fell asleep in my comfy chair, recliner chair, after having a big din. So yeah, then I thought thought, well, it'd be rude not to do at least something of a stream. So I decided to come up and do this. You want that, you want that. To you. Back four. Across it. You want it. One of these works it. Down to there. Do. Oh, need the other small one. And a brown pin. Put you through there. You just pull that up again. Then for stick you back through there. Do that. Wrong way up. There we go. Yeah, it's all working. Good. So that's that, all that bit's working. What's next? We need to tweet and we'll put you there. And tweet. And you go onto there. You want the big wheel. And then you onto there. Oh, I'm wrong way around. That way around. There we go. You want there. And then one more of you onto that side. In there. Oh, yeah. Trust me to miss some. Do.
Lovely.
Well, if you are going to die, at least do it quietly. You don't want to upset the other people who are trying to watch the stream. As you can tell, we do like to look after our co-hosts when they do join us. We show them lots of sympathy. Not.
I feel so loved.
You there. You and one of you. You. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Interesting mechanical system they use on this.
Is it got moving bits?
Yeah, which is quite surprising.
Cool.
There's just the mechanical parts to it that quite surprised me. How they've actually put them together compared to the old ways of doing them. Well, for the old ways, and then they're a lot different to the more modern standard of way of doing things in mechanicals sort of systems. There we go. Yeah, so the wings do flap on this when it gets going. We're on page 52 already. Into there. And then we want these last two. After we put that one, the longer, darker brown one. That's it. Oh, twat. Then of course you've done that. Yeah. There we go. That's better. Back together now. Not really secure. For these. You go there. Here. There. And come here, you. That one under there. There we go. Next is, now I should tighten things up a little bit. Not be missing. Definitely something missing from there. Now there is. You see it. There is one of these. Because that goes on first. Then that one. And then that should all line up and lock into place there. There we go. That's tightened it all up. Four of these. So what have you been building, Paulie? Anything good?
Who to win?
Poorly going. I was wondering what he's been building. I haven't seen him in the stream for some time. It's nice to see him come back again. And then that one. Big. That one goes onto there. Finish the page. I think I have. Yep, I had. So these two. I mixed it, didn't I? Move you into there. One to there. That all then locks that into place. That locks all that into place. Much better. Are you winning there yet, Dan?
I think so. Just making my way through, doing panel lines. Slightly off camera. And very blurred. I don't know why it keeps going blurred.
Maybe the half bottle of whiskey didn't help.
I haven't had a drink all week. It's weird.
How rude.
This sober thing's really weird. Thoughts actually have reason and logic in them, and it's just not normal.
The painfulness of it all. Okay. So, what's going on here? I need you to. We need the back ones. Right. Huh? Do need you. So two of them. Okay. Then this goes on to there. That folds up, and then that clips onto there. Yeah. Made it a bit stronger. And you got Jeff Light saying, Dan's gone teetotal.
Ooh,
Maybe for a week.
I'm only teetotal until my next drink.
Yeah, we don't want to scare him too much.
Yeah, that's more like swearing at me.
Okay. Now we need that done, and that's all been done. So now we need 2 more of these. That's going to basically sit there like so, and then you like that, and you on the front like that, and you go down there like so. Yeah. Now I'm basically drinking Diet Coke at the moment because I've basically picked up, I think it was 30 cans for just over 10 quid. Oh, excuse me.
Interesting speech.
Keeping it user friendly. What's that? Then we want round 6 one. And open. That one there. That one going on there. That one going on there. Do 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 do. And that goes on to there. Next up is these. Put on to you. Okay. You. So it's missing. Ah, yeah. Should be 2 of these. That locks that into place. Last 2 of these. I suppose in a way this is giving me some practice for the big frost dragon that I'm going to build later on. Okay. There. Yep. Turn your upside down. Use the lock. That into position. That one into position. There we go. So then, onto there. And we need you onto there. And you that last 6 plate is onto there, so you onto there. And this one's going to overlap that one like so. And then there. Yeah. Jeff saying, be right back. All right, mate. Next is these. 2 of these and then 4 of these. Very pesky little things. In place. There. That's one there. And D. And we have 4 people watching, so good evening to those 4. Very kind of you to join us. Okay, next we want these 2. Okay, sit on that. Stay on that way. So we'll do that. And that and that. And that is bag number 2 completed. So we're basically halfway through this build now.
I'll give it 3 minutes and it'll be done.
I don't know about you, but I'm certainly building a good selection of extra parts up. That's why I'm looking forward to getting me organizer tomorrow. Well, today. It should be arriving at some point today. Okay.
Planning on using extra bits from each time you get this kit, you got all the bits to make the refit. So that engineering section,
Yeah.
I've got the parts that are basically spare. So I'm planning on redesign the warp nacelles and saucer section in Blender, and then essentially design my own starship. I'm
Yes,
thinking
basically, for this, I turn the little hand there. Yee. So his wings will flap. He's got a bit of an issue at the moment. And his end's a bit sore, you can see.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was
Yes, I thought that would be. I thought I'd better mention that before you did. Get out, man.
I think I deserve good boy points for not.
They were staying from Riggs beat you. Get out, man.
Good thing I'm not building that, or I'd be waggling that red ender thing.
There you go. Doing, doing, doing. There we go. There. You. Okay, and you go there. What am I building? I am building the Hungarian horntail from Harry Potter. No, this is the set I'm doing is a retired set, which is this one. And set number is 76406. And he has flappy wings. But the previous set that I built was that one, which is the Philosopher's Stone one. And that I did enjoy building. And that's all finished and it's on the windowsill at the moment. But I have been building other stuff as well. So I built a U-boat, which is this one.
It's a you bought, not a me bought.
So I've done that. And then I built an M2A2 half track with anti-aircraft gun. And he had his little dude in the back there. Yeah, these both these sets that I've done, the Harry Potter ones, are proper Lego sets. And in the very, very, very near future, if all goes well, there should be the Titanic build starting, which I'm itching. I've got itchy fingers to get started on it, but I can't because I am waiting for one more thing to turn up, and that's the lighting set for it. The Lego Titanic. I managed to get it because now that the hype's died down a bit on it, the prices are dropping for all the lighting kits and everything. So I've made the most of it and ordered that setting because I managed to secure it for £40 odd, I think it was, with postage. So yeah, believe me, it's sort of a saves a bit of money on the pocket because I think the second cheapest one that I managed to find was £114 for it, just for the lighting set. And I'm like going, nope, 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 nope. I would have to steal Dan's pension to pay for that.
Good luck with that. I don't have a pension. I'm planning on being dead before that old age happens.
That one. Yeah, we'll give it another 30 minutes and then I'm going to call it a night, I think, after that. Considering we come up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Then, unlike me, Dan needs all the beauty sleep he can get.
Go around poking people in eyes so they can't see.
Yeah, I mean, the half track, Jeff, that cost me, I think it was 14 quid, I think it was, if I remember rightly, from TikTok Shop. Oh, what was it? No, it was Temu, I think, actually. I will just have a quick look for you. Where are you? There we are. Do, 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 do. What's in transit? Oh, I've got the D9 digger coming. That's in transit at the moment. Big old Unka Dunka digger. And that one's sold out. So it's going to be yes, I know there's that there. I'll sort that out later. Bugger off. Bugger off. Get away and go. So basically, it's an orange version of that. So yeah, it's going to be if I do this, there we go. So yeah, we've got an orange version of that coming, and that one cost me, if I remember rightly, £16 and 47p. That's it. I think it's part of, no, not that one. Ah, there it is. It was 486 pieces. Look, I just want to look at it. That was £16 and 38p. There we go. That's how much the truck was. The half track. But for some strange reason, they've called it an M16 half track. But there we go. I think the U-boat, that was £15 and 23p. But because I have quite a few credits saved up on it, hence the reason why I had to delete all that other stuff. It can be a bit awkward, and then I can sometimes get like penny deals. So I get the items that I wanted for a penny. So it's like this one here. I got the 135th World War I heavy tank. I got the I think it's 110 scale F1 car. So I got that one as well. And then there was also the van tow truck, basically flatbed. Now, for all three of those kits, I paid a grand total of £28 and 84p. So yeah, and that's well over. Let's see. That's 520 pieces of the tank. Then the F1 car's 1,000+ pieces, and the tow truck, that's over 1,000 pieces. So that's for over 2,000 pieces of Schlego for less than basically a small Lego kit of about 35 pieces. That's how bad it's getting. Now, I was going to do a Ninjago set as well at some point, but my eldest found out that I had it, and he loves Ninjago, so he nicked it. He's basically claimed that, so that's been sent down to him now. You got Jeff Light saying, "I'm getting into Schlego. There's quite a range, and at a fraction of the cost. The steam car I'm building is £14 plus the packaging, and it comes with lighting, etc." Yes, that's what I mean. There is so many good brand kits out there. I mean, depending on what you want to build, there's numerous different types of stuff, from your ships, subs, tanks, motorbikes, spaceships. It's all there. I mean, it's like the other day when I did this motorbike. Now, this has a fully working front and rear suspension. And then you got a little kickstand there. So, yeah. So this is basically a cafe racer bike. Then we have like the Ducato. Instead of Ducati, it's a Ducato. Again, this has full independent rear suspension. Same on the front suspension as well. And basically, if you could see inside, there's actually a piston moving inside clear plastic as well in there. So that's all part of these kits. And I mean, the motorbike kits, they vary in price. I think the Ducato cost me, I think it was £14. And I know the Tumu, or whatever you want to call it, that cost me 1p, basically. But then I've also got a Bugatti Veyron. Which is that one there. And the reason why I like this kit is because if you look at the nose of it, it actually looks like the Bugatti nose. And if you look at the latest one from Lego, to me, the front of it doesn't even look like a Bugatti. So I have issues with things like that, so to speak. Yeah, I've lost one long move. It must be up there somewhere on the shelf. I'll put it back on in a bit. So yeah, it's lots of different good stuff. I mean, I've done the Ospreys up on the wardrobe behind me. They're, as most people know what they are, big twin rotored helicopter plane, basically. And then there's a big blue helicopter. I think that cost me 26 quid. And that is Mahusive. And you saw me doing that live on the stream upstairs in the attic, and I put it down. I've got a Lancaster, 4 F1 cars. One of them I've got to, sorry, no, yeah, 3 built F1 cars. I've got a 4th one there, and I think I've got another one up in the attic that I've got to do. Where is it? Oh, it's downstairs, I think, actually. It's a red Ferrari one, if I remember rightly. So, yeah, I've got them to build. And, I mean, yeah, the ship kits, they can be a lot dearer. But again, if you spend money with Temu, they sometimes reward you with like 3 or 4 items for a penny. And then you have to spend X amount of money, and then you get the rest of the items for free. Now, what I do is I try and find the most expensive things on my basket list and put them in the penny items, and then pay for the other stuff. And you basically end up building up enough to get the items for 1p each. And then on other occasions, you'll get straightforward offers for basically 4 things for nothing. You basically, no great spending needed. You just buy one item and then you get them. So yeah, it's lots of different things. I mean, yes, we all know that they're gimmicks. Let's put it that way. We all know that. But it makes you spend. But now I've got enough sort of Slego and Lego sets to keep me going for a while. So I do have another aircraft carrier to build. So that'll be the Enterprise and the Ford aircraft carriers. So I built both of them. So yeah, I must admit, it's a cheap way to enjoy a hobby from when you're a kid. That's all I'll say. Now, in Dan's case, it's back when it was a Stone Age, so he would just chip blocks of concrete out and put a little hole in the middle. Then stick a hole in the middle of it and have Marcus dancing around for him. I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
I just didn't tell him what we're using for pole.
The greasy pole. Oh, can we? What's that mistake? So, what scale's your steam car? Or how many parts has that got? Is that what you're building? Oh, bugger off. I don't want to sign in. Is that what you're building, Jeff? And then we've got Jamesy Boy saying hi to Jeff Light and Maggie. But that one's on AliExpress and that's at 50 quid. You got James Boy saying, hi, oh, stupid laptop. Decided to do a update. Well, for you to get that one for 14 quid and on AliExpress it was 49 quid. You've done well there, lad. It's quite a nice looking kit, actually. I take it you got your one off of Temu, did you, Jeff? I'll have to have a look at it for it on Temu. So I quite like the look of that set. So that could be a purchase in later dates. Let's see, we need that. Then you. There. Well, this is obviously going to be his head, I think. But yeah, if you got it off of oh, excuse me. Yep, I'm starting to get tired now. It's almost time to go for sleepies. This actually might be his tail.
Looks like you're playing with his tail.
Aye. Yeah, I think it's part of his tail. What I'm doing. Six. Why does that not look like the right piece? Let's have a look that way. Pull. And you go on the back there. And you. Huh? Like so. It's strange that it goes up at an angle, but never mind. Right. And we have Mr. William in saying, hello, peoples. And just saying, no, I got it from a brick kit company. Ooh. Not a bad price though for it, I must admit. So just saying, be right back. And then we've got William Dorkosaurus in saying, hello, peoples. So, hello there. It is his tail. Two of these. And you got William saying hi, Ross and Dan. So, yep, hi to you all. Yeah, you'll have to excuse Dan's feeble squeak then. Hello. He can be a bit ignorant at times. But at least your mic's working a lot better now anyway.
Yeah. I fiddle with wires a bit, and I think it's this new.
You are fiddling.
Yeah, we're fiddling and tugging on its wires. And they seem to have.
For professional standard reasons anyway.
Yes.
Not just because you was pleased to see him. Just like your world of building blocks, Ross. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's I've had stuff from there as well. I've got my 2 Babylon 5 sets from there. And then what I am looking for to go with my Babylon 5 sets is the Schlego Star Fury Mark 1. But I think it's something like 20,000 pieces. I got that the right peeing way around. I haven't, have I? No, you've got them on the wrong way around. As you can swear, although do that. And then you go into there. You got Jeff Wright saying hi to Dorka, and he's also saying hi to James Boyd. You. No, put you down. We need you though. My little knob. Here it is. And then we need you. Well, that one. That's onto there. And you onto there. 40. That's empty bits. And just saying that kit is proving to be quite popular. What, the steam car? Yeah, well, it does look quite a nice kit. But I mean, the one I want is the Star Fury. I think not sure if Wave Up do it anymore. So I tried looking on their thing, and it's like a slightly smaller version of the what was I thinking? Babylon 5 station, or was it the Agamemnon? Before them. So we do. Two quacky heads. William saying hi to James Boy, and then James Boy saying, hey, Dorka, Fluffysaurus. Or Dorkasaurus Fluffy, whatever it says. Otherwise known as William. Cool, I've got 6 people watching. Must be not. We must be not the only ones that are having trouble sleeping. And then that joins. I bet I've got them the wrong way around, and I have. Cool. Yeah. Tweezers. Because you're supposed to go that way around. There we go. You got Williams. I finally got a new phone. Finally get to watch without voice texting. Keeps turning it off sometimes. Something else to fix. So what type of phone have you got then, William? You got James Boy saying, sleep? What's that? Yeah, I know that feeling well. Way too well. Okay. That's Mr. Horntail Dragon's tail done. There we go. What we're saying, without the sleeping pills, I take a series of naps. Yeah, this is the problem when you have OCD. Your brain goes into overdrive, especially when you sit down and try and go to sleep.
I got a cure for that. It's called lots of whiskey.
Yeah, tempting as it may be, that doesn't generally help.
Works for me. Half the time, it's like, am I awake or am I asleep? I can't really tell. Everything's kind of screwed up. Weird.
Yep, that's it too. So it's come along. Here's his tail. I think it looks quite good so far. And then you can articulate the tail.
Wiggly tail.
There you got like a scorpion style. Yeah. Okay.
That'll definitely wake you up if you sit on it.
Hey?
That tail will definitely wake you up if you sit on it.
Well, yeah, or even stand on the bleeding thing, like most people do with Lego. The walking minefield. Okay, next up is, let's see, need one of them, need two of them. Let's bring this out again, I can look at it a bit more. So, let's bring you over. We have you. That goes onto there. And Jason says, my brain never sleeps and I don't have OCD. Yeah, some people just get overreactive brains when it comes down to sleeping.
I have an overactive brain when it comes to
No,
thinking
you've got
naughty
your brain
thoughts.
cell in the first place, Dan. Come on. You can't keep going around saying your toilet paper makes the job up of your brain cell. Okay, you. Like so, you onto there. Right, so. There. This one goes there. Okay. this one goes down. There. I think that's all the pieces on that side. Nope, we have more. We'll go on to there. Then we have one of these little black half things. You got Jeff saying, Dan, that starship is looking very awesome. Yeah, we'll have a quick closer look at that, I think, and see how Mr. Desperate Dan doing. We'll put him full screen. There we go. So he's now showing off with his other flashy little one, his silvery one.
Yeah, we've got both versions of the NX01, but I'm going to be pinging that bit off because it's the warp field stabilization crystal that's the blue bit, and this is all the power station for it that's resting. It makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
On the back end to have it. Be careful of the little spiky bit that sticks out at front of the dish. Keep almost bending it off.
Yeah. We've got Jamie's boy saying, I just managed to clear my mind of thoughts and something will pop in. And it's like, yes, this is how to do that. And I'll have to start clearing my mind all over again. Oh, yep. It's fun when you have to do things like that.
It doesn't take me long to clear my mind of thoughts. It's like,
well, no.
Done.
It's like switching an erasure switch, isn't it? Dunk.
I think it's just get the cartoon mallet and give it a bonk.
Yeah, like the lights are on, but nobody's home.
I once had that whilst I were in college, like directly after I'd finished high school, I went into college for catering, and being a teen, every single night it's like going out on piss. But and one night there were this we'd done the pub crawl type pubs and nightclubs kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I heard one of them from just inside the pub shout, "Oh, we've lost Dan. Where's Dan gone?" And then they came outside, and I was sat cross-legged at the bottom of a street lamp with my legs wrapped round, sat on the floor with my legs wrapped round it. That little service hatch that's on that's on the side of the thing. I'm sat knocking on that, so drunk I can't think or anything.
Yeah.
They're ignorant at this house. They're not answering the door, and I know somebody's in because lights are on upstairs.
Oh dear me.
The alcoholic ways went downhill from there.
Yeah, so you go to there. Yeah. To that side. You. And you got Jeff saying beautiful models then. So, next up. Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, it's definitely time for me to start thinking of shutting down for the night.
Battery's running out.
Yeah, well, I got up early this morning to go to uni.
I did that this morning. I woke up at about 4:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And got to dinner time and like, sorry, I'm going back to bed. I'm lazy. Yeah.
Oh, ow. What's going on here? Oh, that's why I put it on the other side. So yeah, yeah, I think I'm going to finish this here tonight because it's what we've been on for 2 hours, which I said I was going to do about that. So yeah, so what have I got up to so far? Well, so far we have Harry and his broom. Now Harry's supposed to actually sit on his broom. I haven't got a Scooby.
I could give you some suggestions, but you won't like them.
He's basically just clinging onto it, to be honest with you. So like that, and then goes on to. Oh, wrong way around. There we go. Onto there, and then down to there. So there we go. We've got Harry getting shafted. So that's what we've got done so far tonight. We have the body near enough done. We have his tail all sorted. And we've got Harry on his broomstick, and then we've got the mechanicals actually working as well for the wings. So yeah, quite happy how that's turned out so far. To you there. But like I said, I've got the Mustang build parts turning up fairly soon. Hopefully they should be arriving in the next sort of couple of weeks. And by that time they'll be taking the money out for the next lot. Which wouldn't surprise me one bit, to be honest with you. So, you got William saying, well, go to bed. I will be. And then you got you're saying, cool, to the dragon. So I'm going to change my camera and go. There we go. So yeah, big thanks to everybody that has watched this evening. And a big thank you to Dan for joining me.
Cool.
So yeah, I might be doing a stream later on tomorrow. Depends how annoyed I get when I'm doing my assignment work, and then how long I need to take a break from it for. Because I might just do that. So yeah, so I will say night for now. Take care, stay safe, and happy building. Bye bye for now.